Now I have to decide which of them I go back to. I might talk to Emily? What's her name? Bryce? Amelia? Esther. I'll talk to Esther first, just in case. Although I will save, just in case. Alright, what's up?
I've got some time.
Of course you do. You were just staring at a wall. Got the medicine you're after?
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it.
Okay, so
Here,
immediately.
something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Never? That's harsh. At least leave me something to remember you by. There's also, it's not that simple. You want my silence, you're gonna have to buy it. Or I'm curious, who you can give that medicine to. I do want to do the last one, but charm.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me.
I'm curious, who goes the medicine?
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
Oh no. Oh no. Was this mission effectively, will you let an old man die, or will you let three or more younger folk die? Was that what this mission was about? I'll leave you be. I think I'm comfortable with my choice. I'm gonna tell you that you're dying as a result of what I just did, though.
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down.
You will mend faster with it shut down, frankly. I'm gonna tell him you're taking an awful risk, and then I'm gonna tell him I'm giving it to someone else.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Sorry, Abernathy.
You what? But why? I was dependent on you. Does it feel good? Robbing an old man of his last shred of hope?
A little bit. I'm sorry, I did what I had to.
Betray a man in his final hours? Of course, I understand. Hell, I'd probably do the same to you, given the chance. So, you just here to watch me die, or what?
I mean...
Here we go!
Damn it! Ah! It's always standing out in the public. Fine.
I've got some time.
Got that medicine you're after. Go through all the conversation. Charm, I'm curious. BBB. Why? What do you mean, why? Dude gave me lip? Okay, so what? I just need to wait for no one to be walking around directly outside?
We got this.
It's not gonna do it. These games give plenty of clipping opportunities. Yeah, they do. They do. If people are into doing clipping and stuff, yeah, it's helpful. Just saying. Gives me a moment of highlights to look back on.
You're making me nervous.
Got him. Wait, what? My reputation decreased, but I don't know if... Yeah, no one knows that I killed him. And there's nothing to loot. It's fine. I can't close the door, is the reason I didn't close the door, by the way. All right, I'm going to reload that, have the conversation with him, and then go for the kill.
Just as...
I'm sorry I did what I had to do. Just here to watch me die or what? Thank you for ducking, Pavati. Would have been hilarious if I got caught stealing the bits, but not murdering the man. There's a necklace here. There's also some dehydrated water tablets. Fine, we'll go for the necklace as well, and they bounce. Is that all of the missions that we can do here? Yep. Phineas. Retrieve the power regulator. Yeah, that's the last thing we have. I think we're done.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Unless there's like another person in this town that I've yet to interact with who has more quests for me, but yeah. Shouldn't be.
What are we supposed to do now?
Tuna, there's a cannery over there. Alright, let's go for it. It's back to battle time. It's down here, right? Then Reed Thompson, you will be here then. Yep, you have nothing to say to me. Alright, let's go down. Oh, actually, also, whoops. Oh my god, I am so late on this. There was a donation that I was gonna read after I finished a battle. Dubs Wolf. Thank you very much for the donation of money. That's 30 for you total. Couldn't watch ads for bits, so yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to see a big boy tip. Send a big boy tip soonish. These are all quite large boy tips. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Let's get the power regulator.
You got it.
1, 2,
I'm ready for this.
3. You missed the entire stream, so what happened? Space's choice is now understanding. Look, everyone's got to kill a couple corporate guards from time to time. I understand. Man, I kind of just leave Pavati down there to do it all. I'm just gonna stay up here and loot. I'm pretty sure at this rate I'm Pavati's companion. Oops! Wrong head. My bad. It's alright, Reed's mine. So my reputation decreased again. Am I written off yet? Space's choice are now nervous, but usually after that, it said like you are now off put or something, right? No? Oh my god! Space's choice is still fine with me just because I completed enough of the quests. Hell yeah. I mean, like, I don't really want to be fine with me, but this will give me more opportunities to betray them in the future. It looks like it just joined both of their loots together. Alright. Take the power regulator and bounce. Let's use the map to get all the way back to here. Yeah, there's no need to use my legs. I kind of regret killing Abernathy like a little bit.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
I love her. You're staying with me. I'll find a way to talk to you. I'll kill all of the spaces. I'll kill all of them. The whole thing. Corporate structure, like CEO board, all the way down. Every single one. If you'll hang. Because Parvati is lovely. And those last couple sentences were very, very Kaylee energy. Like, this is Firefly Kaylee. The people had said that this is Kaylee when I first encountered her. But now I'm really seeing it. Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing keeping you from doing the same. You've never been on a ship before. Why are you telling me this? You ever flown on a Firefly before? Firefly class, sorry.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice.
You do?
I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'll be glad to have you around. I guess Reed won't mind being dead and all. I'm glad to have you around. Pick a cabin, it's yours. You just met me. Why would you go into space with a stranger? I'm not interested in providing goodbye. So it's either, like, I guess Reed won't mind what with being dead and all as a joke, but specifically for the tone, like, I like saying nice things to Parvati because Parvati is like a little cinnamon bun in response to him. So let's do that.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am.
Don't expect it.
Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Just Captain is fine.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Perception. You mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother. That's interesting. Not, relatable. I don't know if that's relevant to the conversation at hand, but sure.
That's on account of how I never met her.
I mean, she's dead, or how is that possible? How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Well, that sucks. I had a lot. Perception. You get along well with your dad. You might not have with your mother. Apparently, I'm not perceptive enough to know that. Strings will exclusively be around Outer Worlds, e.g. no Undermine. Yep. Perceptive but not tactful. Agreed, frankly, as well. That's inhuman.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
You mentioned something earlier I wanted to ask you about. You mean about the mission being too clean. Isn't it supposed to be clean as church? In the bar, you asked if it was drinker. Go with the first one.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Mm-hmm. You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine, it's in need of fixing. It's an ideal. Not what we live in, but what we strive for. Then why do you want to talk to him? Never been much of a religion myself. Well, I mean, if I was playing me straight up, I mean, I would probably say most of these. Machine Vicar sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf under glass. It's an ideal, not what we live in, but what we strive for. I agree with the it's an ideal, not what we live in, but what we strive for. But I imagine that's probably like more supportive of the plan than I generally want to be. Interesting. Link works for me. Yeah, what? I think... Huh. Yeah, I think some messages are being, like, cut from chat because links. So about that. All right. Let's go with mechanic one. Fixing the universe is a job for someone way better than the likes of me. Allow me to say you seem lovely. Allow me to say that.
Sorry. I know it's none of my business.
Like a drinking now and again. I'm going to guess you're not a drinker yourself. I don't make a habit of imbibing. You're right, it isn't. All right, I'm going to go with the second.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
Don't apologize. If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen. Don't apologize can seem curt as well. I'm going to go if you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't get to talk to you more? That's right. All right, fine.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
I'm just getting a good view. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just getting a good view.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
No problem, Ada.
What can I do for you? Do you know how to install a power regulator?
No? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
If installing it is literally like, oh, there's a slot that it goes in, and then you put it in the slot, like, who needs to be talked through that? What does this fit into? Ah, I guess I will put it there. Yeah, it's just a slot. Oh my god. I'm glad I had the 20 engineering skill to figure out how to do that. There's the engine room, VOD, if you'd like to set up a hammock.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
Systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Hang on, need to take care of something. Let's get out of here. Hang on, need to take care of something. Specifically because it'd be a good idea if you explore Primal Nest before leaving the planet. I'm interested in doing that. That kind of, like, gentle nudge of, hey, maybe there's something you're still missing. Like, especially if I'm about to make a decision that will prevent me from continuing to take advantage of that, I don't consider those spoilers. Especially when they're as vague as might want to explore a certain part of the map you might not have yet explored. So what haven't I yet explored? Abandoned Industrial, Northern Gulch, that's where I spawned, Old Wreckage, Murder Encampment, alright, a hideout. Hey OXD, welcome to the stream. Where would the thing be? Right? I thought I took out a Primal Nest already. Is it here? No, that looks like it's something of height. Abandoned outpost, abandoned industrial zone. I think what I did is actually the North Gulch. I'm gonna get here and then I'm gonna like strafe across the left. Yeah. I'm gonna start here and then strafe across the left of the edge of the map a little bit. Is a Primal Nest full of primals? Yeah, there have been a couple of Primal Nests full of primals, and all of them have died by my hand. And I've definitely died by none of theirs. I don't know what you're talking about. Why? Who said that I died? I don't know. I wouldn't, of course. Of course. Where am I actually headed in the map? There we go. But that's the Marauder hideout that I've already done, so just hugging the map on that side, I guess. Yeah, I can't actually do that. This topographical map is not super accurate. It doesn't seem. It's a nest with 10 or 12 primals together. All right, well, that's where I'm going to be dying for the rest of the episode. So if the episode on YouTube, stream here on Twitch, y'all. That's where the deserters are. Getting quickly back to, yeah, a town. Oh my god, none of them actually know where I am? I need more stealth skills. I like the idea of, like, just constantly pot-shotting nerds.
Here we go.
So that was just a string of straight headshots that I'm a little bit proud of, I gotta admit.
Here goes nothing.
A little bit proud.
Nothing personal, I swear.
Again, no primals out here. This is an area that did... Yeah, I have... If this is what you're talking about in here, I've already done that. I got a revolver. Also, it was not that many primals. So I'm strongly guessing that's not what you're referring to. Or not to what you refer. Maybe it's like nearer the magma. That's an area that I definitely didn't explore much at all. And obviously here I went back down into the main because I was fighting, so... I think I haven't explored like the left side of up here as well. Yeah, there's some more primals. Apparently, yeah, we're going to want to use plasma against them.
Here we go. Nice one.
Yeah, so it turns out this weapon's pretty good. Turns out taking advantage of the resistance types of enemies is good. It's a trainer. Yeah, looks like we're not going to get what we were looking for here. So that's not it yet. I mean, yeah, that's going to be a dead wall up there. Alright, yeah, this is... Oh, I love that the magma is so hot that it's starting to, like, spark the tree. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm guessing I can't find it. This Primal's Nest. Unless you have more specific instructions, then, you know, I don't want to roam the entire map looking for something. Again. Remember, you can leap. There's no way I can leap all the way across that. Near the center of the map. Alright. Here's towards the center of the map. Let's look. What is least explored? Probably around here-ish. Yeah, heading up in that direction. Not really found dashing useful at all, but to be fair, I've also not used it at all, which is probably explaining why I don't find it valuable at all. Savvy? Yeah. I'm not seeing this Primal's Nest. I'm out. Peace! Hopefully it doesn't have like a real good sniper rifle. Because that's like the thing I'm most interested in right now. And if it does, whatever.
Welcome back, Cap. All systems are now operating.
Yep. Let's get out of here. Kind of looks a little like a Firefly class cruiser as well. Just like move the engines just a bit further up. That is to say the ancillary engines. So we've just started the playthrough, I see. Yeah, my name is Rhapsody. Welcome to the Outer Worlds. We're going to be starting a series on this. Sorry, don't mean to talk over any of the characters, but yeah, we're going to be starting a series on this game. I'm kind of interested in getting started. I've just finished character creation, did all of that off camera just in case. Good to me waiting to hear from him. It better be quick.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing.
Just natural.
I assure you.
Just the usual. Get to the point, Phineas. I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time. Yeah.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Final go over a word with Gladys. Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet? Slow down. You're trying to get me involved with the black market, or I could put a couple light years between me and Halcyon. Can't I land somewhere outside Stellar Bay? All right, let's go with the why do I have a nav key?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Fine, I'll go have a word with her. I'll go have a word with her. I made it now. Right, go have a word with Gladys. Right, the Black Marketeer. What's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Good point, well made, bud. Don't like the idea of working with a criminal. I'm fine with that. What's stopping you from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
Thanks, I like that. This is very inspirational. Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Better lip syncing than Fallout 4. Perfect. I'll put it to good use. You want to explain? Yeah, exactly.
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned the thing has limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely.
Mm-hmm.
Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Why do I need the gadget for this? Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something? Interesting point that I was going to ask.
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
Yeah, they're probably going to be more fooled by a trick of the
Not
light.
only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Oh. How the hell does the hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
All right, fair enough. Should have expected. People actually fall for this? Seems far-fetched.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
I'll put it to good use. Thanks, bud.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Where is... Oh, party selection. Oh, I can select up to 2 companions? I can actually take them back out to the town. Beautiful. I wonder if that means I can get Vic and Max to interact with people that Vic and Max would know. It's occupying thoughts. I got a lot to talk to you about, actually. I'd like to know who I'm playing with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
I will be right back in like 3 seconds. I'm gonna get some water because I am sweating. Woo! All right, we're back. I love the Foley on that. Why are you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud when you became a vicar at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
if you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it. Yeah, that's what I was effectively going to say, right? They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. If the plan already has everything preordained, surely this is how it should have worked. Sounds like this plan is a convenient way to control the masses. Agreed. I think it's more important that I say that to try and like deprogram the vicar.
It can be if abused, but that can be said about anything. However, in the case of the board and Halcyon, sadly, I believe you are correct.
Seems quite crossing of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me. That's agreed.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Makes sense, seems a bit extreme. What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
Nothing much, bud. Don't want to talk about it? Or I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me. I am a thrill seeker and lover of great renown. Okay, you were just honest with me. I'm not gonna do the I'm a thrill seeker and a lover of great renown. I am.
It's very funny. Just like the masked marketeer, right?
Uh-huh. That's me. I'm not familiar.
Everyone knows that Aetherwave cereal. Where have you been?
I was a colonist on the Hope.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out. How should I know? I was frozen at the time. Yeah, I'll do the first.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Find some primal nests. I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists. I'm turning him in!
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
I had family on the Hope. My friends were on the Hope because it's the right thing to do. I don't know. Because it's the right thing to do.
A commendable attitude.
Yeah, I do think this is an interesting take on a religious character, right? It's kind of like strong on doctrine, not strong on structure, or like organized church and such. It's interesting. It aligns more with like actual religious people I know. Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought.
Right, I had heard that. Remind me.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas when we might find someone who speaks French in this colony, or return to the unliable Victor, wait for you on the ship? Sure.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Former associate. Sounds like a good lead. Where do we find him? Seems like a long shot. What makes you so sure? Seriously, only one guy in the whole colony can translate French, or a former what now?
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
Seriously, only one guy in the whole colony can translate French?
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Parlez-vous français? Your sarcasm is duly noted and will be reflected on your review.
1,000 pardons, my good captain. I thought we were engaging in...
We were! No!
Now, as far as tracking down this scholar...
No, mine was witty too!
We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Good. How will the crew manifest help us track down our scholarly friend, or how is it that the simple vicar happen to be such a highly skilled hacker? I'm interested in the second. I mean, the first one's obvious.
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I
You used to be in a gang.
led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Right? It's a gang, isn't it? You know, oh, penitentiary flock. Yeah, never mind. It's in the prison. Where I transferred it, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. And you were sent there. Why were you sent there again? Why were you in the prison again? I did ask. Perhaps when is the next stream? Tomorrow. Actually, the next stream is in 20 hours. I'll be starting up streaming again in exactly 20 hours.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Shade has added that his boss didn't think he should have further understanding of the plan. Much appreciated. Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
All right. Map. Emerald Vale Community Center, Edgewater. So it is near here, apparently. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Will do. Thank you for tuning in, Dark Elfin. Pleasure, Rai. It has been a long time since I've been called that. So it's kind of like a diminutive, kind of cutesy nickname. I like it. It's fine. Diminutive, like, not with any negative connotation, mind. It's a little bit up there. Oh, up as in, like, up, like, north? Yeah, you mean in the map. Yeah, you do. You do. Cool. Okay, thank you. Much appreciated, Josie. Looks like you might actually be able to get in there somehow. Maybe with better jumping. Emmy is what you tend to think of as the affectionate version of your name, which is Emily. I always would have thought of that as like, I always thought Emmy would be short for like, but I guess I don't know what it would have been short for. I never thought of it as short for Emily though, weirdly. I've a cousin named Emily, and I think M is what we just call her. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen in a while. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Nothing doing in here either. Okay. Move a community center. Also no. And then just continue north. Amelia? Yeah, that would be it. Although, like, as soon as I thought of Amelia, I was thinking of Amelia with an A, and then I was like, no, that'd be Amy, which is a name already. Hey, Primal Nest, thank you. All right, all right.
Incoming. Nice.
Damn, hitboxes. I need to give Figure Max a better weapon.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, let's have a look at your stuff. You're doing your Stormtrooper training as not being able to hit anything whatsoever. Yep, that'll be me. So shotgun, space of choice. You also have a Magnum on that. Don't really care about that. Give you a light assault rifle. No, I mean I have been like ignoring all of the better weapons, right? This is a two-handed melee. Yep, if only I hadn't gotten rid of the trip upgrade, I actually would have someone to give it to now. Whoops. Amelia is what you take when you need something more aged or fantasy-based. Fair. Fair. It's a good thing to default to. I kind of wish I had, like, more conjugations of my name. Because it's like, it's Ryan or Rye. Pretty much. Oh, there we go. This area actually is larger. I was like, oh, here we go. Bought 2 of them? That all of them? Definitely not. That's a little bit further from Stormtrooper training right there, if I'd say so myself. Again, I'm trying to make sure that I find everything possible here. Skeeve Twitch, how's it going, friend? Greetings, welcome. Corporate Commander, all reliable. Guessing all reliable. All reliable. All reliable is probably the weapon that we're here to get. So I think it's time to near teleport out. Yeah, I wanted to try something other than plasma. I shouldn't have tried anything other than plasma, though. Yep, that's all of them, I think. Get a bit more loot in their bounce. On stage, just wanted to say, hey, well, hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in to say hey in particular. Teleport back. Oh, I can actually teleport straight to the interior?